gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What it do, Raider Nation, man? What it do? What it do? It is Tuesday morning. Welcome to another episode of Who's Your Daddy? Ha ha! Hey, Jets, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? We own New York. Jets and Giants, man. We own New York. New York, New York, big city of dreams, but everything in New York ain't always what it seems. Till the Raiders come touchdown and knock the shit out y'all. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. It is Good Morning Raider Nation live podcast, live and direct with yours truly, Lunatic Raider, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I know y'all was expecting the show yesterday, but I got me some sleep. You know, that got me. Hey, I did the damn thing all Sunday long, bruh. I said, you know what? I just bounced back on Tuesday, hit them with the real deal, Holyfield. But we feeling good though. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Let's get this shit cracking. As y'all can see by the thumbnail, we're talking about who are the Raiders? Who are they? What is their identity? What is the identity of the Raiders? Well, I took my time and I broke it down. I'm going to hit you from 3 different angles. So we're going to call it Raiders geometry. Hitting you from 3 angles. I'm going to hit you with the coach, hit you with Max Crosby, and I'm going to hit you with Robert Spillane. And they're going to sum it all up. We're going to put it all together, and voila. We're going to explore what it is that the Raiders' identity is. What does Antonio Pierce want this team's identity to be? And 9 times out of 10, usually that identity is a reflection of the head coach himself. I love it. I love it. Because everything I'm hearing, bro, it falls right in the line exactly what we want, what we expect, what we hope for, what we breathe and exhale. You feel me? So shout out to the chat, man. Let's go ahead and dive in this show, man. It's a good show today. It's a good show today. You know what I mean? It's a good day to have a show. Shout out to NorCal Raider Jesse, man, the mod with the most, man. I appreciate you for all that you do. Beat Al in the building, man. Salute to you, man. Eagle Tyrion 207. What's the deal, my dude? Top of the morning. Yes, indeed. Raiders Syndicate, man. What is the deal, man? Top. Tony Sheffer, what's the deal, man? Salute to you, man. Glad to have you here for real. You feel me? Raider Paul, what's the deal, man? Raiders, you already know. Early in the morning, we yelling that shit from the depths of our lungs. Jalen Harris, what's the deal, man? What up, Broncos? Yeah, Broncos beat the Bills, and we needed that for the wild card situation. Things are starting to. We're approaching these last 7 games of the season. You know what I mean? Things are lining up, bruh. You know what I mean? But we have to if we take care of business, we're in. That's just how it's gonna go. We're in if we take care of business. That's facts. You feel me? We'll see how this unfolds, man. But I like the effort this team is giving. And that's, like I say, it's a mirror image of Antonio Pierce. For real, for real. Let me see who else we got out here. RDF, man, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the morning. Yes, indeed, Raider Gang, NWA, 100% for real, for real. Who else we got in here, man? The Gaffer, man. What's the deal, man? Top of the morning. Pyro, was y'all at Lot S, man? I walked through Lot S. I didn't see y'all. Me and my son came over there, man. We went all the way in through the gate where the porta potties is, busted a right, walked down all the way down right. Then we made another right, boom, walked down, and then came through the cars. And I didn't see y'all, man. I thought y'all was gonna be out there, man. I was kind of disappointed but I was like, man, where the homies at? Where the homies at? Y'all wasn't there. Snooze Hernandez, man, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the AM, man. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, indeed, man. Chris Ariola, what's the deal? I really think of Josh McDaniel. Fuck Josh McDaniel. You know what I mean? Hey, bruh, a lot of things could have been different if he wasn't the head coach, bruh. And like I said, man, I invested in whoever the coach of the Raiders is, bruh, and it was a bad investment. Bad investment, kind of like investing in the shake weight. You feel me? All the shake weight taught you was how to jack off. That's all that shit did. Motherfucker. All right. Let's get back to the subject at hand. Joel E, man, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning. JB on the good foot. Mike Guerrero. Where was y'all in Lot S, man, Sunday, bruh? Man, I'm walking around hollering, Mike! Nah, I wouldn't holler your name, bruh. But we walked through there, though. We walked in there, walked around, came out. I didn't see y'all. You know what I mean? But yeah, I finally found out where the hell Lot S was. I had to get on Google Maps and be like, oh, wait a minute. Lot S is right across the street, catty corner from Lot J. I'm thinking Lot S was like way in the front. But when we was coming up, we looked and like, no. When you first come over the Hacienda Bridge, that's over there by Lot C. I was like, no, it wasn't Lot C. Dang, man, I be trying to find people and they be tucking away from a motherfucker, man. Let me see who else out there, bruh. We got Tony Shepard. We got everybody in this BIH. And I gotta scroll all the way down too. Oh, here we go. Raider Pete, man. Good morning to you, Tops. I'm still roll calling. I gotta He said that strip steak New York sweep. Yeah, that's right. Man, I went through Lot S, man. I didn't see y'all. Bro, that was the last stop I made. Lot S, I walked through there. Didn't see y'all. So we ended up going to the little the gas station right up the way and called an Uber, man, and boned out. I was like, man, I gotta stop by and see Mike and them. I was telling my son I gotta see Mike and Pyro before I leave. And I didn't get a chance to see y'all, man. Fuck. Shout out, let's see who else we got up in this video. Yeah, them apples taste good, huh? Yeah, we did that shit. All right, Chiefs game. That's not this weekend. That's next weekend. All right, I'm gonna switch my shift again. Matter of fact, wait a minute. That's that Thanksgiving weekend. Okay. I'm doing the same shit. I'm gonna come out there again, man, and see. Oh man, hopefully I can catch y'all. I even got that mic on IG, man. Did he ever get back to me? Let me see. Mike, you better not hurry up trying to beat me to it. Just try to see. Oh, this girl. See, this the shit I be liking right here, dog. Let's go. Let's go. She feeling it at the game, boy. She would have been feeling it at the game. Yeah, you bounce all you want, girl. Like you got switches. She on switches. For real, for real. Let me see, man. Why I got all this shit on this motherfucker right here? Do I got the right? No, it's the right shit. Gotta be. I said, Mike, y'all had lot ass yet? And then he put the eyeballs on. What time he do that? He did that today at 7. He beat me too. Don't try to rush to the IG before me, man. Try to make it look like you responded. You just now responded. That's fucked up. I would never do no shit like that to you. Nah, I'm giving him a guilt trip. God dang it, Mike. God dang it. Man, you know how many lot lizards we could have ran through tag teaming these bitches? Top rope, WWE with the flying elbow. Bam! Your turn. Now let me quit. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Eddie Willis, what's the deal, man? I was born like this. Hey, that's right. Straight Compton, or as Raider Stan would say, straight Compton. Oh my goodness. Man, hey, for real. Motherfucker, I was out there I be out there hanging, bruh. Interviewing people and shit. Y'all seen the video? If y'all ain't seen the video, go to the channel. You'll see the episode was Raiders Allegiance Live. Yes, indeed. We was out there interviewing people, we got some good content. Kansas City come, I'm doing the same shit. Minnesota after the bye, I'm doing the same shit. We out there. We on our run right now. Bro, we on a mission. Sebastian Gonzalez, man, salute to you. Tops. All right, that's it, man. Hey, salute to the nation, man. The world's most dangerous chat, man. You know what it is. Without you, there's no me. Without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. The Mickey Ficky Raider Nation, man. Salute to y'all. Y'all still pulling up, too. Hold on, I ain't gonna forget y'all, man. We leave no Raider fan behind. You know what I mean? Floyd R. Felix, man. What's the deal, man? Good morning. Top to you, man. Thank you for pulling up. Who else we got up in here, man? Rafa, what's the deal, man? Tops to you. Hey, shout out to everybody watching, man. If this is your first time here, man, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that like, man. That's all we ask for. Don't cost a dime, man, to be a part of mine. It's all good, man. Raider Nation is one nation. We all family, man. Hey, salute to y'all, man. The world's most dangerous chat. You know what it is. Hey, it's only one nation. Without you, there's no me. Without us, there's no nation. Only one nation. Mickey Ficky Raider Nation. Salute to y'all. All right. Let's get into this show, man. Now, as you can see by the thumbnail, we're talking about who are the Raiders. What is our identity this year? What is it that we are trying to be? What are we trying to do? And how are we trying to approach each opposition that we face the rest of the year? You know what I mean? We know we came out the gates, stumbled, but you know what I mean? That's old leadership is gone. We got new leadership. We got a difference in coaching and leading with these guys that we got now compared to who went out exit stage left. But all in all, I see a scrappy team. I see a team out there that can basically play anyway. I truly believe that this team is working its way to be kind of have an old school philosophy, but at the same time with a new school approach. They want to establish the run. They want to dominate that way. They want to dominate the time of possession, which will come in handy against teams that are high octane when it comes to scoring on offense, like Miami coming up Sunday. How you beat Miami? Josh Jacobs. You run the hell out that ball. You make sure you do 6-7 minute drives, but you gotta finish those drives with touchdowns. No settling for field goals. We can't afford to leave any points out there on the field against teams that are high powered on their offensive side. These next 2 games, we're gonna see this. We're gonna see the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. We know what their offense is about. Now we know with Miami, I think Miami is a little bit better team than Kansas City for the fact of their defense. They got a nice secondary, but that's the secondary. The run game is in effect, and you might also want to take a look at using and implementing Renfro as well as Michael Mayer. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna focus on Devontae, and if they start focusing on the run, you know what I mean? They got those good corners out there, but like I said, we can eat up the middle of the field and then the run game. Period. I don't think they're going to try to stack the box. I think teams are starting to understand now with Aiden O'Connell that he can let that motherfucker go. So I think they're going to try to play it straight up. You feel me? Which the offensive line is going to have to do their thing to open up these holes and these gaps for Josh Jacobs to hit like he did. This is 2 weeks in a row with 100 yards, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think this is an accident. Now, I know these are in some eyes, these 2 teams that we just played are lesser than the next 2 coming, and yes, but that does not mean we get a do-over, or you know what I mean, get a pass. We gotta go play these guys, and we gotta go face Miami on the road. Now, luckily, Miami this time of year is not bad. Weather-wise, it's not bad. You know what I mean? But at the same time, as far as this team goes, we really gotta pay attention because we know Tyreek is gonna be out there. I would assume that you try to. Let's see what Bennett can do. Bennett got speed as well. You know what I mean? Keep a good safety over top so Tyreek can't beat nobody. You feel me? I think that could be a big game changer. If you can some way, somehow limit Tyreek Hill, you can change the dynamic of this game real quick. You know what I mean? But it's all about understanding who are the Raiders. What are we? What are we trying to be? All right. So this is what we're gonna dive in today. I got a few little sound bites, man, for you guys to go ahead and check out, and then we'll discuss what we heard and decipher it down to exactly what we believe they are trying to build this team's identity to be. So let's go ahead and start off with because I like the way when Spillane had his interview. Spillane, we're going to take a little bit from each of these little snippets just to get and try to build the picture, paint the picture as far as what is it this team is trying to build? Who are we trying to be? So this is what we're going to do. Let's dive into it. Spillane is going to be first up. Let's check him out.
I'm proud to be a Raider, and we want to keep playing Raider football going forward.
You've said that twice now, Raider football. Tell us what that is. We know what we saw out there, but what does it mean to you guys in that locker room?
Yeah, it means blue collar, tough nose, not taking anything from our opponents, being really stingy up front. So we just got to continue to dedicate our lives to being good on defense, and good things will happen.
Talk to us a little bit about Antonio Pierce, because, I mean, he's always been your coach, linebackers, but after the pick, man, it was a big embrace with you two. What was said? I mean, I know it's an emotional moment, especially him being your coach from the get-go and you getting him a W.
Playing for AP means the world to me. I don't want to let him down. Being his guy, I was in his room all year. I take it upon myself to go out there and play my hardest for him and for my brothers. So anytime we can come out of here with the W, it's a huge win. We're 5-5. We're back in business. So we just got to keep pushing, foot on the gas going forward.
Now, see, that tells us a whole lot, and that's just from Spillane's point of view. Now, as far as what our team, what is Raider football? being gritty, just getting after it, being stingy up front, not giving anything. You know what I mean? Taking what you want and giving nothing in return. You know what I mean? Um, that's that old school football. You know what I mean? Like, it reminds me of Al Davis when he used to say, it doesn't matter if you know what we're going to do. Stop us. We were so confident and we had the pieces to make this thing operate right that we had no concerns as far as who we face. We can beat anybody. And see, that's the thing. Now let's flip this back. That's exactly what we come to when they said, the media or whoever leaked it out, that McDaniels and Antonio Pierce had a little discussion, because Antonio Pierce brought up the fact that we got to have this mindset. And this is back when we had the open floor. Remember, before the Monday night game against Detroit, McDaniels had an open floor for everybody to air out what it is that they want to discuss and talk about. And when it was time for the coaches, then you had Antonio Pierce step up and say, we need to have the mentality like we had, or he's speaking for himself, with the Giants in 2007 when they beat New England in the Super Bowl. They said that year they felt like they can beat anybody. That's the mentality and see, that was the starting point right there. That was the first brick laid, is when, before the firing happened, Antonio Pierce let it be known out loud in front of everybody what he thought the mentality of this team should be. Now that you planted that seed, right? This the way shit life works is crazy. Since planting that seed, that's the seed that, and nobody expected this to happen. Nobody knew when they had that meeting that Thursday before that Monday night game. Nobody knew McDaniels and Ziegler was going to get fired, and Antonio Pierce was going to take over, and Champ Kelly, and then Bo Hardegree was going to get promoted from QB coach to offensive. Nobody knew this, but it only took that one moment in time to plant the seed for what this team is eventually, what I'm saying, what eventually this team shall become. That one moment. If they wouldn't have never had that moment in life to have that meeting, Pierce would have never planted that. He would have never planted that seed. Because that's exactly what he was preaching in that meeting, where he wanted the team to have the mentality of, we can beat anybody. And he gave the example of the Giants beating New England, and McDaniels got butthurt and told Pierce, don't ever talk about the Patriots like that again. Motherfuckers, the Giants beat y'all. That was you got hands down, that was one of the best teams ever was the New England Patriots, because they made it all the way undefeated to the Super Bowl with Randy Moss and Tom Brady. And what happened? They walked away with nothing. Odds was against the Giants. Giants weren't supposed to win that game. Period. No, hell no, you wasn't supposed to beat New England. But guess what they did? They beat them. So that moment in time, that's when Pierce planted the seed as far as we can beat anybody. All right. Fast forward now. Here we are with Spillane. We're listening to Spillane now. Spillane mentioned what kind of defense and what kind of team, what Raider football is. Then he moves on when they start asking about Antonio Pierce. Now, this is the thing that I really love. Not only do you plant the seed as far as making people, or not people, but the team believe they can beat anybody, but now you present a presence of one where none of your players wants to disappoint you. Do you know what kind of power that is? See, there's always, I'm gonna give you a good example of this. And it's not football, but it's going to relate to the mentality as far as what Pierce has, what he has coming from these players. When a player says he does not want to let you down, right? That's love. That's love and respect. Now, there's two ways, as they would say, skin a cat, but who the fuck will back? I looked that shit up. They skinned cats back in the day, made coats out of them, believe it or not. But there's two ways to skin a cat. You can either rule by with an iron fist, where it's fear that you run the ship by, or you can rule it with the fact that with love. There's love and hate, right? And one thing hate will do, hate will allow a man to watch you die. A man will hate you so much that if you were drowning, he's not, why save you? Fuck that. If you drowned in shit, the hate gone. And then you have love. And what love is, the flip side. Love will make a man die for you to save you. Like the love of your child. If your child was drowning, you'll jump in the water and give your life to save him because that's what love does. So when I hear a player say, I don't want to let him down, that means they're going out there giving their all. They're giving their all. They're not out there with a coach that they just don't like because he's trying to rule with an iron fist and just be, people just don't like him and hate him. You know, we heard, I hate your face. Oh, t-shirts coming soon, y'all. I hate your face t-shirts. I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah, I jumped on that shit before anybody else did, I hope. But yeah, I hate your face. We got them coming. But yeah, players didn't like him. So you think any players went to bat for McDaniels when the rumor was amongst themselves that he was getting fired? Like, no, don't fire him. How many people went in Mark Davis' office? Hey, salute, man. Thank you for the $2 donation, man. I appreciate that, man. I couldn't pronounce the name, but bro, hey, I'm gonna post it up for y'all though. But yeah, back to Spillane. When a player says he does not want to disappoint you, that means he's going all out for you. See, and this is what I developed with my son. Like, the thing I did was I approached parenting a whole different way. Now, I first started off doing what my parents did. You know what I mean? He was in preschool, whatnot. Teacher, I come pick him up. Teacher be like, he was talking. Take him home. I whooped him. Second day, same thing. He was talking. Took him home. I whooped him. And I start thinking, if whoopings really work, then why everybody that's in the penitentiary had whoopings growing up? You know what I mean? It's not fear. You raise your kids with, is love, is respect and love. So my approach was, that was the last time I ever spanked my son. So what I did was, instead of doing that route, I took him a route where I raised him where me and him are like this, like a real respect, a real bond, a real bond. And it's the kind of bond where he doesn't want to disappoint me. It's worse to him to disappoint me than it is getting a whooping from me. A whooping is nothing. Temporary pain, you know what I mean? Whatever. At that time, a whooping don't mean shit. A whooping does not correct nothing. You know what I mean? For instance, they got the death penalty, right? How many motherfuckers are on death row? So I guess the death penalty doesn't work. Doesn't deter anything. It didn't stop nobody from doing the crimes they did, knowing the threat of being executed. That's not, you know what I mean? So that approach, obviously, that barbaric approach does not work. So I made my approach where, well, okay, I'm gonna have develop a bond with my son. So if he does not do what he's supposed to do, and I show him and tell him I'm disappointed, he's gonna feel that disappointment. Because there's been times, a couple of times he did that, and I said, you know what, bro? I said, man, I'm real disappointed right now. You really let me down. And I swear he broke out in tears. He broke out crying because he told me, I don't want you to be disappointed in me. So I knew right there, that's a better bond of love and respect is way better than thinking you have a bond because of fear and hate. So for a player to have that for his coach, now you understand why when they say I'm ready to run through a wall for this man. Why? Why are you ready to run through a wall? Because I respect this man. I have love and respect for this guy, and I don't want to disappoint him. That's when you get the all out of your team. Because even Devontae Adams said that. He was ready to run through a wall for Pierce. There's certain men in life that can do this. Not all men are built this way. We know fucking McDaniels wasn't. But what we're seeing from Pierce, he's that kind of guy that you want to go out there and bust your ass for. So when you have that dynamic added to the fact of what you're trying to build and you planted the seed as far as we can beat anybody, us against the world, and you have that guy that's leading you that you're willing to run through a wall for, now you got the building blocks for something special. We all had a sense of this when Biaggia took over. He was the kind of man that people respected and loved and was I don't want to fail because if I fail, he fails. That's the same scenario now. And I think that's why Mark Davis made this move. He's seen what the players gave for a guy like that. So he said the next time around, I'm not gonna screw it up the second time around. So you put Pierce in. Pierce is one of those guys. You don't want to let him down. So now we're starting to understand what the identity of this team is. It is a mirror of its coach. Now you're starting to see the little thing. First, it was the seed planted. We can beat anybody. Then it's the man put in position to lead this team that everybody loves and respects. Therefore, they're willing to do anything to make sure they don't let him down. Now you got that in play. So now those two things are planted. So what's next to make this team what it is? Let's continue. We shall continue. Now let's take a look or listen to what Max Crosby says. Now all this comes together to make one puzzle complete. That's why I'm saying this. We're understanding right now what our identity is becoming. So let's go, Max Crosby. Let's go.
Energy's been incredible.
And how did Coach, you do that?
You know, Coach Pierce just came in, was super honest and blunt, and he just told us this is a new era, new team, new start of the season, and we bought into it. And guys are buying into it. We obviously have a lot of room to improve, but back-to-back wins is huge. You know, we're right in the mix of things, and we just got to keep going.
Now, here go the third part of it. The third part of it is trust. You only buy into something when you trust it, right? When he said Antonio Pierce came to them and he was blunt and straightforward. If I give it to you raw and uncut, don't sugarcoat it. You might like it, you might not. But I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If you keep it 100% with them at the get-go, that's trust. That's trust. So first, before that, we talked about love and respect. Now you bring in the trust factor. Now you're about to surround the whole team with points that if all this shit comes together, with the natural ability that these guys have and the ability of the coaches to coach up these young guys, something special was being created. Doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It takes a domino effect. First, it was the seed in the meeting. We can beat anybody. Now that seed is planted. We can beat anybody. We can beat anybody. And for Pierce to speak out like that in that meeting, and the players witnessing this, I know in the back of their minds is that's what the mentality we need to have. I don't think McDaniels was coaching we could beat anybody. He was coaching, do as I say. Pierce is like, go out there. We're going to put a game plan together that fits what you're doing so you can be successful. So we can beat anybody. So that seed was planted. Then we come along with having respect and love. I don't want to let him down. Then we move over to trust, where he approached the team and told them straightforward what we are going to do and what we're trying to do. And they all bought into it. That's what Max Crosby said. Everybody bought into it. That is trust. Boy, I'm telling you, we're not done yet. Now we're going to hear from the horse's mouth exactly what it is they're trying to build and what they're trying to be, what they're trying to do. So let's go ahead and continue to move on. Shout out to the 50 watching. Please subscribe. Hit that like, man, while you're here, man. I'm telling you, we're going to break it down. It's going to be entertaining, but very informative as far as what this team's identity is eventually look like is heading to be. And all the aspects that's making it be that. It's just a domino effect. Now let's go on to Antonio Pierce after the game, his statement, his little, speech to the players, his aspect as far as what this team is going to be.
Kind of everything we talked about, brick by brick, holes in our will, relentless, compete, poise. We need some damn poise on that sideline. But more importantly, man, at the end, what was it? We was all here. Looking at the offense, special teams, then went down to the defense, and we made plays like we said. We can do the thing. Hey, look, it ain't gonna be easy. We wish they all be like the first one. But they're going to have to grind it out on something. We know we got corrections. You know what it is.
Now, we get to the final part. He said, brick by brick is how they're building this. This is what, you remember what I told you? Brick by brick. First is the defense, then it's the offense, then the special teams. All three phases, brick by brick. So basically what he's telling him or telling them is that the way they're building it, there's a blueprint, but in order to successfully complete that blueprint, you got to build it brick by brick. So now he's laying out the foundation as far as how to accomplish this team being the team that they need to be, who they want to be. You have the trust now. You done bought in. You have the respect and the love. And it all came from the seed being planted. We can beat anybody. But for us to beat everybody, all this other shit had to fall in line. Now we're to the blueprint. Now we're to the construction. How do we build this? We have the trust. We have the love and the respect. How do we beat everybody? And he's showing them all three phases. Everybody's included. We know who our stars are. We know who we got to do this through. That's why he told Josh Jacobs, you're the heart and soul of this team. Because we're going to be a run team. If you go back and look at the greatest teams ever, I'm talking about the elite of the elite. What kind of teams were they? And I can name exactly 1, 2. I can name 3 in my lifetime that I've witnessed that there was a certain blueprint, and it didn't matter what generation it was. I'm talking about from the 80s to the 2000s to the 2000s, from the 80s to 2000s. I can tell you what it was. I can tell you what it was that we won a Super Bowl with. Same blueprint. Same blueprint. And that, I'm going to tell you what that is. Here's the blueprint to building a team as far as you got to get the personnel. Now, that's the hardest part. Finding the, you know what I mean? Because when you make a draft, when you draft players, you're drafting on potential. You're not drafting, fuck what they did in college. It's not the pros. How many players you seen just dominate in the college game, come to the pros and ain't shit? So that's not what it is. It's when you're drafting players, you're drafting on potential. You have to hit on potential. You got to hope that they hit their potential. It's a gamble. It's like shooting craps. You hope to hit 7 or 11. You know what I mean? You hope to. That's the whole purpose of even grabbing the dice and shaking them. You're gambling on the fact that you're going to hit 7-11. If not, you're going to hit your point. You're going to try to match your point. So the blueprint that I've noticed through history with some of the elite teams ever to play the game, they had a defense and a run game. That's the two factors right there. A defense and a run game. Don't tell me that the Raiders didn't have that back when they won Super Bowls with Plunkett. Plunkett was a good quarterback, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't like the reason why they won Super Bowls. Look at their run game. Look at their defense. Now, I'm not saying anybody else on the offense and shit was just, but I'm saying the two things that dominated on their way to the Super Bowl was the defense and the run game. Versus Washington, the Raiders versus Washington. It was the defense, Marcus Allen. 1985 Bears. It was the defense and Walter Payton. 2000 Baltimore Ravens. It was the defense and Jamal Lewis. Tampa Bay, 2002. It was the defense, Warrick Dunn, and Allstott. Run game. Because what happens with the run game, when you got to dominate, and that's not saying it's just the running backs. I'm saying the offensive line made it so these running backs can do what they do. But when you have a run game that you can just go down the field, eat up 6-7 minutes of drive, that's putting that other team on the sideline twiddling their thumbs. Wait, coach, when we going to get in? That's how you kill a high-powered offense. You make these motherfuckers sit on the sideline and watch you stump all through their motherfucking defense. That's what you do. That's what you do. You make their offense watch. Sunday versus the Dolphins. You make Tua and you make Tyreek sit on that sideline and watch us fucking beat the shit out their defense. That's what you do. You run it down their fucking throat. Fourth quarter, I want these motherfuckers with their hands on their knees trying to get air. Trying to get a rest. They're going to fake injuries to try to get a fake-ass timeout. That's what you do. Make these motherfuckers watch you drive down and get a touchdown. You do that shit. When we face Kansas City, same thing. You make Mahomes and Kelsey sit their bitch ass on the sideline, twiddling their thumbs, looking at the clock. When is it going to be our turn? Make them be impatient. But make them watch us. And then our defense they'll be rested. Our defense, their defense will be exhausted. Our defense will be rested because time of possession. Time of possession. The blueprint, this team is being built as we speak. And I'm not saying built with pieces. I'm saying being built with the knowledge, the vision of what it is they want to be. And I'm glad, and I said this before in one of my lives, I'm glad that the way this is going into the bye is going as stair steps. First is the Giants. Now you get a better team with the Jets. Now you get a better team with the Dolphins. And you get a better team with the defending champions, Chiefs. You need that. Work your way. Work your way. Work your way. Learn something from each game you going into the next one. You're going to learn a lot about yourselves, especially when this team has a different direction now. They got to learn as they go, but this is a perfect opportunity to do that, to just gradually. You know what I mean? It's kind of like doing push-ups. You know what I mean? You want to start off with 3 sets of 10. You know what I mean? Just to start off. Next thing up, I'm doing 3 sets of 15. That's the Jets. Now I'm doing 3 sets of 20. That's the Dolphins. Now I'm doing 3 sets of 25. That's Kansas City. That's how you want to do it. You want to increase slowly as you go, but they're learning as they go. They're getting more under this guy, Bo Hart agrees offense, and with the leader of Antonio Pierce, they're gradually learning, and that's perfect. That's perfect. We can't just jump into the motherfucking deep into the pool and don't know how to swim yet. But hey, we're working our way to it. Next up, Dolphins. There's a lot of people out there that's I heard this past weekend. You should have heard this shit that I was hearing that the Jets was gonna beat the shit out of us. One dude said, "Oh yeah, it's an automatic W." Oh yeah? How y'all feeling about that shit now? Y'all didn't even score a fucking touchdown. And y'all had arguably, and I'm telling y'all, Jets got a damn good defense. Damn good defense. But so do we. I mean, it's simple as that. So do we. You're not the only ones who can make plays on the defensive side of the ball. Facts. We can too. And it's not just Max Crosby, because Spillane got an interception. You know what I mean? He's not the only one out there. It takes a whole team. And right now, that defense, and that's another part of it. We have a defensive-minded coach. How does our defense look? Offense is going to see, people got to understand the offense kind of took a couple of steps back because of the change at quarterback. And you're especially with a rookie. He's going to make his mistakes, but he's a smart rookie, though. He's not your typical, he's not no typical 20, he's not a 22-year-old. He's, you know what I mean? He's been around for a minute. So he got that knowledge, bruh. But he's going as he goes. He got too many weapons around him for the. We're seeing it, bruh. We're seeing it. It's gonna catch up. Offense is gonna catch up. You know what I mean? You got to remember the offensive coordinator is brand new also. So there's, even though they work together as QB coach and quarterback, now it goes into, okay, let's come up with some plays that you could kill it with. You know what I mean? Hey, this team is going to find any way possible to win. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this team with resolve. So I see the identity of this team. Not to quit. And it doesn't matter who they face. It's one of them old throwback ass teams. Look at Spillane. Man, Spillane ain't nothing more than Romanowski. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. That's who he remind me of. Michael Mayer, you could kind of say Gronkowski in him if he develops into that. But we've seen that touchdown he made. And then shout out to Aiden O'Connell throwing the ball and putting it somewhere where the defender couldn't even touch it. It keeps going. You got a lot of young guys that's out there making plays that are rookies. Malcolm Kuntz getting a sack, a strip sack. You feel me? I'm telling you, these guys have bought into it. They believe, but now it's all about, they all got to get on the same page with this. As far as the schematics, what they're trying to do on defense and offense, they all, once they get to the point of, what's my favorite saying? The machine as a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Once these two units get to moving as a unit, as a whole, not individually, but they all working together, and it's just, you know what I mean? Bruh, that's when you know we have arrived. It's not going to be easy. I don't want it to be easy. I want them to be pushed, because now the coach is up there watching and see who can handle the pressure and who can't. But these guys don't want to let the coaches down, bruh. They've bought in. They trust and love and respect this guy. Hey, there's nothing else to be said. There's nothing else to be said. It is what it is. It is what it is. And where did it all start from? The seed that Pierce planted in the meeting. Because I guarantee you, McDaniels wasn't teaching this team to think we can beat anybody. Like I said, he was just teaching, here's the play, go do it. But Pierce comes along and say, we got to have the mindset we can beat anybody. Now, that being spoken is in every ear of every player, and they're like, yeah, that's the mindset we need to beat. We want to beat everybody, anybody. The seed has been planted. Now, watch that shit grow. Watch that shit, because it's growing. Week by week, it's growing. Week 1, Giants ain't really too nothing to be thrilled about. Beat the shit out of them. Next up, we weren't even favorites in the Jets game. We're at home. When you're at home, you automatically get 3 points. We were a 1-point underdog. 1 point. That means that's 4-point differential that we were going to lose. And then the pundits saying, oh, when I was watching the pregame show, only 2 motherfuckers picked the Raiders. Out of the board, what was there, like 6 people to make their picks? Only 2 people picked the Raiders. 2. How that pan out? That's that us against the world mentality. Nobody thought we was going to win. Oh, no, what was the thing they kept saying? That defense by the Jets and their run game, the running back. Do you know that motherfucker only had 26 yards rushing? That's what our defense did to him. The big bad wolf at running back that the Raiders are watch out for the running back. That motherfucker only had 26 yards rushing. But nobody talked about that shit after the game. Nobody mentioned the fact that he got shut the fuck down. But he was supposed to be they got such and such at running back. Oh, that defense. Yeah, they got a good defense. We still scored 16 against it. What y'all score? 12? All field goals? No touchdowns? We only gave up 1 touchdown in 2 games? Regardless of who we played. Everybody wants to look at, it's only the Jets. It's only the Giants. But nobody want to look at the fact that we got a rookie quarterback, a rookie head coach, a rookie offensive coordinator. Come on, bro. That don't factor in? Y'all talking like we got veteran-ass coaches beating the shit out of the Giants. Veteran-ass QBs with 3 Super Bowls beating the Giants. Veteran-ass play caller that been calling plays in the Super Bowl, AFC championships, and now you out there beating the Giants. They always try to make us look smaller than what we really are. But we know this. The nation knows this shit. We see it. In the rest of the world, you gonna see it. And if you don't see it, you will see it. If you can't see it, you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. It's coming. I'm just telling you, this is the way teams are built that go on and do great things. This is the kind of shit that you take from and you become great. Like Pierce ain't never won a Super Bowl. Like Pierce ain't never had to work his ass to get to where he got to get a Super Bowl. That's the mentality of this team. How many undrafteds are on this team? Oh, yeah. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Like I said, you going to see it. And if you can't see, you going to feel it. You going to feel it with no Vaseline. For real, for real. I'm just breaking this shit down. Shout out to the 59 watch, man. Please subscribe. Smash that like button, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We just talking about what is the Raiders' identity. From what we know now and from what we hear with the interviews and the press conferences and the game production and the way they approach and win games, what kind of team is this? What is our identity? And I'm thinking, I'm telling you, it's throwback. Like I don't want to put Pierce in this kind of category, right? But I'm gonna tell you, Pierce falls in line with what Al Davis used to always go do. Find young coaches that never coached before and gave them an opportunity. And a lot of them were former players, whether college level or pro, but they played ball before. John Madden was a young guy. John Gruden was a young guy. I'm just telling you, that's just the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And Mark Davis, he went out there and got a young guy. Never coached before. He coached on a high school level, but he was a coordinator college, coordinator pros, also was a player, a former player. So he has the the intelligence to understand football. Madden was a football player. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for the injuries that Madden had, he was supposed to be an Oregon Duck. For those that don't know, that's a history. He was supposed to be an Oregon Duck, but I think knee injury ended that. Gruden, I think Gruden was at Pacific. Was he was it a Pacific that he played quarterback? He played quarterback somewhere. Gruden did. You know what I mean? Never went pro. Never Madden didn't either. But they still have an understanding of football because they played. They was on the college level. Bo Hardegree, ex-quarterback from Tennessee. For those who don't know, so he's not green to this. Antonio Pierce, we already know, played in the league and played in college. We already know. So you got leadership, you got trust, respect, you got shit. It comes down to loyalty now. These players don't want to do anything to ruin the chances. And see, this is another thing that has them in a position of just having to do good all the time. Pierce is interim head coach. He's not promised to be the head coach. But guess who has the say in making sure that he is the coach? The production of the players. Production of the players. No, yeah. I already know McDaniels drafted him, but McDaniels didn't discover him. Facts. Ziegler found AO. Matter of fact, Ziegler was the one that told McDaniels, wait till you get a load of Aiden O'Connell. You're gonna like him. He told McDaniels that. McDaniels didn't know nothing about. I don't know if he knew nothing about him, but the way Ziegler said it to him, he told him, wait till you see this guy. You're gonna like him. So that told me that McDaniels never seen him before or knew anything about him. So, yeah, even though he drafted him, he didn't find him. He didn't. I think the scouts brought it to the attention of Ziegler, and Ziegler checked him out and told McDaniels, "Hey, wait till you see this kid. You gonna like him." He the one that told him he got the similarities with the throw and release of Tom Brady. That McDaniels had nothing to do with that shit. But yeah, man, I think we're on the up and up. I think our identity is forming. Like those seeds are planted. Those seeds are planted now, bruh. And everybody's saying the same shit, how they bought in. Hey, they're willing to run through a wall for this guy, bro. It's once you got that, bro, and you got good, like, there's one key of having a person wanting to run through the wall for you, but then there's another when you have good talent that wants to run through a wall for you. That's when you get elite players. When you got somebody like Max Crosby said, I'm ready to run, and Devontae Adams, I'm ready to run through a wall for him. I feel sorry for the other team, bro. Because we about to be relentless all game long, nonstop. You're going to have to work. And all it takes is for one hiccup. One hiccup. And we got you. We got you. One hiccup. Because we're going hard every play. One hiccup. And we got you. We got you. I'll give you an example. Like the Spillane motherfucking interception. One hiccup. And we got you. We got you. Motherfucking touchdown with Michael Mayer. One hiccup. And we got you. You know what I mean? One hiccup, bro. One hiccup. And the other crazy thing is you got literally from out their mouth. They said each other, the offense and defense said they're playing for each other. So the offense is playing for the defense because when the defense get them the ball on a turnover or a 3 and out, offense got to go score it. They got to. That's having your defenses back, like make it so that turnover was all for nothing. We got to get points off of it now. Hey, it's coming along, y'all. I'm not. Hey, will they beat Miami? Shit, we gonna find out. We gonna find out. And even if they don't beat them, I bet you they fight them too. I bet you there won't be no quit. I bet you they won't quit. I bet you Tua. Because see, here's another thing y'all got to remember. See, the Tua and Tyreek connection, those are deep passes. And on deep passes, you need time to throw. Let's see how much time you got trying to throw with Max Crosby and them rushing towards you. And we bringing in blitzes, whether it's Diablo or whoever. You know what I mean? You might even see Morrig blitzing in. You know what I mean? So we gonna see Sunday. This is gonna be the next step to grade ourselves against a team like Miami. If we go into Miami and beat Miami, then what? What's the naysayers gonna say? Oh, it was a bad day for Miami. No, it was a good day for the Raiders. That's what it was. Stop taking our motherfucking respect. You better put some respect on our motherfucking name, bitch. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody out there, man. Hey, it's 8:01. I'm about to shut this shit down, though. Salute to everybody in the chat. Yeah, this is a good show. Hey, we breaking this shit down. Shit, yeah. You can hire somebody, but it's on them to produce, though. I don't know why people blame the motherfucker that hired them. If I hire a motherfucker to work for me, I'm not doing his job for him. Motherfuckers always trying to find a narrative to make it look like Mark Davis, dummy. How the fuck was he? Okay, so Al Davis was a real retard then. Lane Kiffin, Dennis Allen, the second time around with Art Shell. You want me to keep going? What about the quarterbacks Al Davis got? That's what I'm saying. It ain't up to the owner for the production of the hirees. If I get hired onto a job, it's expected for me to come do my job. If I don't do my job, what happens? I get fired. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I get fired if I don't produce. Not if the owner don't produce for me. Whoever hired me. Come on with that old false narrative shit. Alfredo, what's the deal, man? Tops, thank you for being here. No, it ain't wrong, bruh. He probably did want to trade up for CJ Stroud, but we're talking about before the draft. Before the draft. He told McDaniels, Ziegler said this shit. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying this is my opinion. Ziegler said this in an interview. I told McDaniels, wait till you see this guy. You're going to like him. How did they know he had how did they know about him? McDaniels had nothing to do with that shit. Well, you can't tell me. I stay on top of this shit. You don't know if you're going to draft AOC. Free agency is before the draft. Come on, bro. You don't know how the draft is going to fall. Like they already know who's going to be where in the draft. You're guessing. Why else would you trade up to get Michael Mayer? Because you didn't know he was going to be there. So you had to hurry up and move up before somebody took him. Now, back in the day, the draft happened before free agency. If you remember that, just a few years ago, they changed it. Because free agency can change your outlook in the draft. You said, "Well, I'm getting my where you getting your resources from? Mad Magazine?" You know what I mean? Where you get your shit from? I'm getting it from what these motherfuckers said out their mouth, not from what a pundit said, they said, and heard them say in interviews with Ziegler. That's where I'm getting my info. Where are you getting your info? What, off the bathroom wall at the local diner for a good time? Call Ziegler? Sitting there on the toilet eyeballing through a glory hole? Come on, bro. Don't ever try to question my intelligence, man. That's a no-no, not on my channel. Jimmy G wasn't even see where you getting your look where you getting your information from, because you know Jimmy G wasn't the first selection, right? You know Jimmy G wasn't first selection, right? You know Tom Brady was the one that was supposed to that they wanted to come here, and Tom Brady said it himself. He was going to play again, but things that happened in his personal life changed that. Come on, Raider Paul, you gotta be smarter, bro. You know what I mean? It's gonna take more than what you got to get at me, bro. I does this shit, man. I don't do it. I does it because it's already done. You not that's where I got the information from. The person who works for the organization, Ziegler. Oh, so you're saying Ziegler lied in the he lied, right? When he was talking about it, right? That's what you're saying? Ziegler lied? So if he lied, then why would you, and who are you in the organization who's leaking shit out? Because they don't never leak shit out. They never leak shit out. Nobody knew we even traded for Devontae Adams till after the fact. Come on, bro. If you getting all your information from an inside source with the organization, the fuck you on my channel for? You getting old news in, right? I'm giving you old shit, right? Is that what we doing? Let me see who else is up in here. Raider going, what's the deal, man? Yeah, I'm about to get off in a minute, man. He got this information from Mark Davis. That motherfucker got his information from a fucking a crackhead crackhead motherfucking cheerleader. He got his information from Wi-Fi. I got dial up. Rafa, salute to you, man. Salute. All right, y'all about to shut this shit down. Shout out to the 54 watching, man. Once again, if you have not done so, please subscribe, hit that like, man. I appreciate y'all For real, see y'all tomorrow morning. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, man. You know what it is. Good morning, Raider Nation live podcast right here on Raiders Allegiance. Well, yours truly, Lunatic Raider, man. For real, for real. So with that being said, you guys enjoy your Tuesday. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones, man. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. With that being said, man, I'm Lunatic Raider. Raiders Allegiance, man. I'm out this. B-I-N.